One of the things that we do over here at Avatar is a lot of myth busting in the nutrition realm. But I'm sure that there are plenty of myths to be busted when it comes to exercise and injury recovery and all that. So why don't we get started with a fun topic? I see so many people walking around in my gym that look like they've been attacked by an octopus, and it's a result of cupping. So why don't we dive into cupping and figure out what's actually going on there?
Okay, that's a great topic. And I think over the past few years, especially when you see people like Olympic athletes and whatnot using it, it becomes a very hype thing. It's more of, or initially it was a very Eastern medicine type of procedure. And I don't personally do it, but like most of our modalities, it's a very not fully or high level researched backed procedure. So it's great in the standpoint that physiologically it's supposed to be, loosening up tissues, increasing blood flow to an injury area, or to help with mobility of some way, shape, or form. Whether or not that feeds into long-term effects and or helps any sort of performance is kind of yet to be proven with high-level research. So it's one of those things where if people do it and they like it and it feels good, they're going to keep doing it. And if they feel like it helps them, then from that psychosocial standpoint, it is helping them. And so it's valid in that sense. But from a physiological standpoint, there just isn't much to support it long term.
Right. So it's really, it's kind of like a placebo effect, because there's a lot of things that we can do that might not necessarily have any kind of scientific backing, but psychologically they're helping keep you motivated. And if you are doing cupping and you think that you're getting better recovery, you might, as a result, end up being more consistent with your routine and the other facets of your health.
Correct. And it does help that and things like, dry needling, cryotherapy, things like that do help kind of adjust the pain threshold that a person has. So they can do a little bit more without feeling limited. So in that sense, they're able to, accomplish more, recover faster, lift heavier, whatever it may be.
So what about the bruising that you see with cupping? Because my understanding of bruising anyway is that the capillaries under the skin have busted.
Yes.
And so if the capillaries are broken, wouldn't that mean that if you have subcutaneous blood pooling, that the blood's not actually getting into the muscles?
Yeah, so the pooling effect, and not everybody bruises the same. So it's a very individualized response. Part of it is, okay, so we've brought all of this blood circulation to the tissue, and then, yes, broken some capillaries, caused some bruising. When there is bruising or some sort of injury to the tissue, physiologically the body is supposed to see that as an injury. So they're supposed to kind of send inflammatory cleanup chemicals to the area to kind of help heal that area. So in a sense, you could think of it trying to bring the body's attention to that area so that it brings in a new round of chemicals that are supposed to long-term, flush out inflammation and make you move and feel better.
So it's kind of like an extra step to make the body more aware of something that's wrong that needs to be fixed.
Yes, or just a heightened, focus on that area if you needed more mobility or faster recovery or, wanted to feel good in that area. That's very important to people, so.
Well, it's kind of cool how you can look at things and sort of start to set a theory behind them. And then over time, of course, the way that science works is you test, analyze, and see if it's repeatable.
Exactly.